everyone, Allie Pate here, the maker behind Road Trip Sock Yarn, based in Denver, Colorado. Hold on tight, Springboro, Ohio. There's a bunch of speckle goodness headed to Woolly Bully Yarn Company. That's right, Road Trip Sock Yarn is off on yet another super fun adventure. And today I am going to give you a sneak peek of all of brand new colors. Yay! First, before we get into the best part, the yarn, let me tell you a little bit about my dye process. This past year, I have implemented a self-imposed Do Better, Be Better campaign. That's right, I am trying to find new ways to improve my impacts upon the environment. Things like a water collection system, which allows me to use and reuse waters as many times as possible. I have all of my gear set up for wind energy, purchase all of my items in bulk as often as I can, and I reuse most of my materials. So there's small steps to make things a little bit better. My dye process is a little different than many of the others that I've seen because I use a two-step system. So all of my yarns go into a custom dye bath. They absorb as much of that dye as possible, and then they are introduced to speckling. So the best part, let me show you some yarns. Now, Springboro, I did a ton of research online because I love to learn about new communities, and the kindness of your community has been very inspiring. It's a heartwarming story. And so this series is titled Springboro, Springboroughgh, after the founder's first plan. So here we have the Happy Dye Bath in a dark purple. And you can see, I'm going to take a step back here. You can see that there's a great deal of tonal variation with that purple, and this really allows to have some beautiful stitch definition. I'm going to come up close so you can see these speckles. Our color palette for this particular series would be blue, purple, and brown, and you can tell these birds are really excited about this yarn too. They're getting kind of squawky on us, so I'll try to work around their squawks, but you know, nature. Huh. So we've got tons of speckles, tons of tonal variation. This particular colorway is Market Street. It was really easy to come up with some names that are representative of such a wonderful community. Next we have Central Avenue. And let's see here. Oh, I unround it first. I'll make it up close. This is a light brown happy dye bath. I got a little excited, sorry about that. But we've got a light brown happy dye bath. You can see the tonal variation there, and then the speckling throughout as well. So if the happy dye bath is done in the, like for example, the browns, then you're going to see the majority of the speckling is going to become the blues and purples because of that higher contrast. It just pops more. So let me show you again here. So this is the nice happy dye bath, and this is the speckling. All right, we've got a dark purple again. I didn't forget. Here's what it looks like in a skein. This is South Street. Again, a dark purple. And this is a very blue, intense blue purple here. And then we've got the speckling. Let's see where there's a good example of some nice speckling. And in the same way, you can see that the browns are really popping with that contrast in the speckling. And let me show you the difference between the purples here so far. So you can see, boy, this Colorado sunshine sure is bright. But you can see this is more on the red side of the spectrum, and this is more on the blue side of the spectrum. So we're trying to catch the warms and the cools. Next we have Factory Road. And this is a light blue happy dye bath. And let's see, there's the blue, tonal variation in there. And we've got tons of speckling. I try to make sure that I move everything around so that we can get speckling throughout. It's not just sitting on that top surface, so you can really start to get the movement through the entire skein. Now we've got a dark blue. This is very dark blue. This is South Main Street, a very good street for Woolly Bully Yarn Company. All right, tonal variation there, and then some beautiful speckles. And those purples are really popping for that contrast on this one. Now we've got a couple of these speckles going, so I'm going to show you what we can do. Each of these skeins is strong enough it can stand on its own for a single skein project, or because all of the colors are intermingling so well, you can grab a couple of them and make some larger yardage projects. Look how pretty that is. Gosh, it's gorgeous. Now we have one more super speckle, and this looks like it's a really pretty brownish purple happy dye bath. I don't even really know what words I can use to describe it. It's a warm brown, a very, very warm brown that's leaning very heavy towards that purple. And then tons of speckles again. Lots of speckles in the browns, purples, and blues on this one. Now to move in another direction, same general idea. It's a two-part system. There's still a happy dye bath, there's still speckling, but these are really intended to complement those heavily, heavily speckled skeins really well. So this is East Street. And I opened it up so that you can really see because it doesn't do it justice when it's in the hank as much. But you can see that this, I'll take a step back more. This is predominantly in that happy dye bath, and then there are areas with speckling. So really you can grab any of these and any of the heavier speckles if you'd like to have a big contrast for a project. So many options, so many options. I don't know how any of you are going to decide which skein you want. They're so pretty. Along the same path as that nice light brown that we just saw, we also have the light blue and the same concept. So let me take a step back so you can see. This is the nice light blue happy dye bath with speckling in the area. I'm gonna grab another one so we can twist them up and see what some of our options are. And you can see when we twist it, there's bigger contrast there, but everything is friends. You can mix, match, hold them on their own. Heck, you could do a really large project with many skeins. That would be so great. That's what we have coming to Woolly Bully Yarn Company in Springboro, Ohio. Again, my name is Allie Pate. I am with Road Trip Sock Yarn. If you would like to learn more about my self-imposed Do Better Be Better campaign, you're welcome to check out my YouTube channel. There is a little clip called The Greener Front Range. Shows you my dye studio, shows you my water collection system, kind of runs you through everything. Welcome to check that out. If you have any questions about yarns for me, please don't hesitate to email me at roadtripsockyarn@gmail.com. Thank you so much. This is so exciting.